Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Eternal Flames. It's Blaze and Raziel again. And last time we were here, I kind of opened my ever-loving Mao. And, yeah, that turned out fantastically. Everybody remembers that. Oh, I want better enemies. Yeah, no. Never again. Never again. The more I open my mouth, the more my foot just kind of sinks in. So right now we've ooh, these guys are jacks. So what we do know is Raziel currently kind of hates everything. The only reason why he hasn't killed Kain is literally because right now it seems like Kain, jeez, these guys are just going ape shit on my ass. It seems like the only reason why he didn't kill Kain is because they're just wrecking me. Shit. Is because of the simple fact that right now Kain's the only person who's pretty much being honest, which is funny when you consider everything. So, if Kain's our honest one, and Crow or pretty much Assface is lying through his teeth, where does the old god stand? Because obviously the old god, wants Kain dead too. What does he benefit from? Because something about him does not read true. Here's the thing. If the hub of fate basically demands that a lot of stuff dies and Kain survives and his vampiric army starts to be destroyed by Raziel, is he hoping that that army doesn't come into play? Because Kain just traveled through time. Killing him in this era does not change his future. Or change that particular future. Time space continuum. Okay. But what we do know is that Assface is our Time Lord, so to speak, is no doctor. He I don't think he knows what the hell he's doing. Frankly, Raziel's willing to call him out on it at every turn at this point. So that's a thing. I don't know. Let's see how this plays out, because Raziel obviously wants to get back to the past. I'm guessing so he can meet the father of the vampires and see what all's going on there. Because obviously someone had some artistic licensing. Because the vampires obviously did not depict themselves that way, but they've been, I want to say they've been honest, but honest isn't a good term. They've been cryptic at best, I suppose. So, I don't know. Anyways, let's just kind of enjoy the ass beating I'm gonna give these guys. And for those of you who may just be tuning in, because we've recently gotten a pretty decent influx of people coming in. I completely forgot where I was going with that. Fuck it. Whatever. Let's go kill shit. Alright. I was gonna... Doesn't matter now. Okay, back here anyways. Dark Blade, go! Oh, great. You know what? I'm glad I pulled out the blade because... Wait, is that Sin from League of Legends? Nah, couldn't be. Okay, so we want to get across to here. Nope. So this timeline is definitely different. It's not like the timeline that Raziel and Kain is from, because everything's still kind of there. Which means the cycle of life is oh, time to put away the Reaver. It's gonna consume my soul if I'm not careful. Maybe we'll get some answers here.
These were the pillars so familiar to my blighted eyes. But now that I had begun to learn their true significance, I regarded the pillars' destruction with a new, enlightened sense of horror. And I questioned now whether Kain's simple refusal, his mere ambition, could truly have caused such devastation. I felt that some darker influence was at work here. As I approached, I discerned the spirit of Ariel, bound here now for more than a century.
Forever am I bound, hope abandoned, my spirit tethered to this place. What destroyed the circle could not touch me, for I was newly dead and beyond harm's reach. I alone was spared the descent into madness, and Kain alone was spared the pain of death. When Napraptor's poison seized Kain even in the safety of the womb, much more than just his destiny was lost. All of Nosgoth lost balance. Consider us now, both of us less than we once were. I, pure but insubstantial, and Kain, terribly real, but corrupted.
Your imprisonment here has deranged you, spirit. You fixate on Kain because you believe he is the tether that binds you here. But we both know he is not the author of your agony. The pillars were subverted by dark forces, invited by the Guardians themselves. The more I learn of your circle, the more I see a tangle of nested manipulations.
Kain handed them their victory. They sought to topple the pillars, and he was their willing instrument.
Or was he their unwilling pawn? Would it blunt your wrath to know that Kain's dilemma was calculated to bring the pillars down, regardless of the choice he made? And that the devastation would have been even greater had he chosen the path you would prescribe for him?
You are a subtle, deceitful creature. But your clever arguments do not absolve Kain. He must die for the pillars to be restored. There is no other way.
Then consider this more ominous possibility. What if Kain's death does not restore the pillars? Consider that it may simply be too late, that this world may be beyond redemption, and that you may be bound here eternally.
Why do you hound me, demon? You can see that I am captive here. Show me some mercy.
Like the mercy you showed your fellow Guardians when you set Kain on them? Or the mercy you showed Kain when you kept him ignorant of his destiny while you used him as the scourge of the Circle? Or perhaps like the mercy you showed your beloved Napraptor when you made him Kain's first kill?
You are cruel. Why do you torment me?
I'm merely looking for answers, Ariel. Very well. I'll leave you in peace. But know this about you and this purgatory from which you long to escape. You're merely at the threshold.
I don't know about you guys, but Raziel just laid down an emotional beatdown on that bitch. She wants so badly for Kain to die, yet once again, we see that even Raziel is going, yeah, Kain right now is the most honest out of everybody, and him dying might not fix jack shit. It might be even a case where, oh, balls. You know what, you guys want to come here. Come on. Wooly bully. Wooly bully. Wooly bully. Anyways, here's the question. What if Kain's dying does not refresh the pillars, and therefore death ensues, but life does not join back into the cycle? the hub of fate suddenly becomes very one-sided. Oh, come on, come on, yeah. Oh. There we go. Jeez, he's just... I swear, like, these guys, like, spam their attacks, which are apparently better than... Like, they can do it quicker than I can counter. Jeez. Whatever. Okay. Let's transcend the fates of time. We are such a fickle and wondrous thing that likes to consume and deceive us. Huh. Oh, goody! More fun times. There's no poison. I'm just gonna feed them my sword. Do you like my sword, my spirit sword? Okay. The internet got that reference, right? Let's see. I don't feel like dealing with you guys. So, I won't. Later. You guys take too much time and effort to deal with. Oh, great. They took the fight to me. Feed the Reaver. Feed my sword. For every time you give it a soul, it gets a little bit larger. Oh wait, no, that's just my erection. Okay. Hey, it's the lower pillars, and they're... I don't know about you guys, but that tentacle looks awfully familiar. I think that's larger than it was before. Looks like baby needs a burping.
Raziel, the failed assassin. You had Kain at your mercy, but lacked the courage to fulfill the act. And now you see the wasteland wrought by the tyrant's hand, by his selfish decision to preserve his own life, even when it meant sacrificing the whole world. This is the fate of Nosgoth, as long as Kain remains alive.
An ironic condemnation, given this guilty scene. One would think you'd torn down the pillars single-handedly. What are you trying to obliterate as you drag your loathsome body through this chamber? And why, as Nosgoth descends into madness and misery, do you appear to thrive? Things in this world, I am learning, are rarely what they seem. You, apparently, are no exception.
I am the engine of life, the source of Nosgoth's very existence. I am the hub of the wheel, the origin of all life, the devourer of death.
Or maybe you're just hungry. Could it be as simple as that? Wouldn't that be poetic irony? The great adversary of the vampires turns out to be the biggest parasite of them all.
Do not test my patience, Raziel. I made you, and I will unmake you if I become so inclined.
As your agent, I am beyond death.
There are fates worse than death, Raziel.
Oh, I see you now as you truly are. A cancer. A spooling parasite burrowed deep in the heart of this world.
Go now. Play out your pitiful rebellion and take your place among the destroyed, the used, and the damned. But know this. You are mine for eternity. You have always been, and will always be, my soul Reaver.
Yeah. Oh, balls. Get the pesticide out. There we go. These cockroaches, they get so big nowadays. Look at that. Okay, let's transcend grounds real quick. Might as well, right? Since I'm almost dead anyways. And then there should be some souls floating around, one would assume. Yep, there we go. Okay. Since there were some souls laying around, I can probably transcend realms right about here. There we go. Okay, so obviously our old god is definitely not what he seems. He wants these pillars gone, yet he wants these pillars gone. Why? These pillars bring order and balance to our world. It's well, they're literally the pillars of the world, yet it's pretty obvious that he wants them just gone. Makes me wonder if once they were corrupted, if even if Kain did die, let's say immediately, if they were already brittle and weak enough for him to just rip to shreds. And then upon Kain's death and the lack of rebirth, he simply claims, oh, well, it was already beyond saving. We have to start anew. I'm just kind of throwing this all out there. I want to see what you guys think. In the meantime, save, continue. Okay. On to the next bit.